As you guys know, there are 17 vehicles in the Los Santos Tuners DLC update, and I bet a lot of you guys are trying to figure out which ones you want to buy. Obviously, we have 10 right now in GTA 5, but there's still 7 other ones coming out, and some of you may have bought 1 or 2 of the vehicles that are already released, and now you're thinking about some of the other ones as well, and now you're wondering, what should you buy? Well, today we're going to be comparing the stats of all of these vehicles combined, doing some drag races and a bunch of other stuff, and we're also going to be comparing their upgrading potential to see which ones you could truly customize a ton and which ones you can't. So I hope you guys go on to enjoy the video. Be sure to drop a like, subscribe if you're new, be sure to enter the giveaway linked down below in the description for a chance to win a bunch of money in GTA 5 on whatever platform you play on. And with that said, I hope you enjoy, and let's get into it. First off, let's talk about some of the drag races. We did a quarter-mile test video a little while ago, so I'm just going to summarize it really quickly for you guys. The fastest car in the Tuners DLC update is the SULTAN RS Classic. It got a quarter-mile time of 11.11 seconds. This thing just takes off. Second, though, is the CALICO GTF, which got a quarter-mile time of 11.12 seconds, practically tying with the SULTAN RS. It's also extremely fast. And in third place, we had the COMET S2 with a time of 11.97 seconds, which is extremely fast as well. And then we move on to the ones that didn't do well. We had the 15th slowest being the RT3000 with a time of 13.01 seconds. The Dominator GTT coming in 16th place with a time of 13.07 seconds. And then in dead last, we had the Warner HKR with a time of 14.77 seconds, which is just extremely slow. So I would stay away from those cars if you're looking for fast quarter-mile times. But then again, the Dominator GTT, if you hit that wheelie perfectly, you can launch pretty damn quick off the line. But if you're looking for a fast car for drag racing, the SULTAN RS Classic, the CALICO GTF, and the COMET S2 are absolutely going to slap if you're looking for a car from this update. And if you were wondering what all of the other cars got in the quarter-mile drag race, well, here they are up on screen, and feel free to pause the video so you can take a good look at it. Next up, let's talk about upgrade potential. Now, to me, this is one of the most important parts because I love customizing cars in GTA 5, and I like to make them look custom the way I want to, and when a car doesn't have a ton of upgrades, it means I can't really customize it the way I really want to. And I'm sure a lot of you guys feel the same way. Some of you may just like keeping it bone stock and just putting performance upgrades on, but honestly, I like to make the cars look a little bit custom. So anyways, the most upgradable car from this update is the Dominator ASP with a total of 282 upgrades that you could put on it, which is just insane. I know this car is going to be extremely popular when it comes out, and it's even better to hear that out of every other vehicle in this entire update, it has the most amount of upgrades, which is awesome. In second place, we have the CALICO GTF with 274 upgrades that you could put on this vehicle. Just 8 less than the Dominator ASP, which is a ton of upgrades still. So honestly, the CALICO is another extremely popular car. Now, if you guys were considering purchasing a car from this update that you really wanted to make custom, the CALICO is already in GTA Online, so go ahead and buy it and have fun upgrading it because there's a lot of stuff you could do to it. And in third place, we have the Tailgater S with a total of 260 different upgrades that you could place on this thing. It's a pretty cool looking car. It's got a lot of different customization options, as you guys have probably already seen if you've driven around Santos before in GTA Online and you were considering buying it. It's got a lot of other upgrades that you could put on it, but you're going to want to hear a little bit more about this car in just a little bit. Anyways, in terms of the cars with the least amount of upgrade potential, we have the Warner HKR with only 198 upgrades. Honestly, that's still a lot, but comparing it to something like the Dominator ASP, it has 100 less upgrades that you could put on it, which is kind of insane. Then in second last place, we have the SULTAN RS Classic with only 186 upgrades that you could put on it. Honestly, it's practically the exact same as the regular SULTAN Classic in terms of upgrade potential. There's a few different things that you could put on it, but they're still practically the same. And then in dead last place, we have the Dominator GTT with only 185 upgrades. That is just kind of sad. but honestly, the car still looks amazing. I love it, and I think the upgrades that we have for it are pretty damn cool. So even if the car doesn't have a ton of upgrades, each one of them still has well over 150 different modifications that you could do to them cosmetically. When you compare that to something like the 9F that we have in GTA 5, where you could practically only do like 3 or 4 different things, and that thing only has like 20 different upgrades to it, 185 upgrades still sounds pretty great. But then you take a look at the Dominator ASP and you're like, oh shit, it's got nearly 300 different cosmetic upgrades. It's pretty insane. And if you guys were wondering, what about all the other cars? Well, here they are up on screen if you guys were curious. Next, let's talk about top speed, because it honestly matters a lot. Some people say, oh, top speed doesn't matter too much. As long as you're a good driver, you'll be fine. Yeah, you're a good driver, but if your car can't go that fast when you have a nice big stretch of road, all of these other guys are just gonna fly right by you. Like, let's say, yeah, you're an amazing driver, the best in the world, but then you're driving a car with a top speed of 110 miles per hour. Once you get onto a straightaway, everybody else is just going to fly right past you and you'll be in dead last. So why not grab a car with a decently high top speed so then you could slap everybody? So in terms of the cars from this update, the car with the highest top speed is the COMET S2 with a top speed of 124 miles per hour, which is pretty great. That's faster than a few supercars in GTA 5. And if you're wondering how I did it, well, you'll see it in a couple of seconds. That long infinite track I have, I just drove each car for a couple minutes and each of them topped out at their top speeds. Some people just go and find their game file top speeds, which can be higher or lower sometimes. So obviously that's not too accurate. 124 miles per hour is pretty great. Second place, we have the GROWLER, the other Porsche that we're getting in this update. It has a top speed of 123 miles per hour, just 1 mile per hour slower than the COMET S2, which is still pretty damn amazing. And honestly, I love this car. It looks pretty cool. And then in terms of third place, we have the JESTER RR, the Mark V Supra, with a top speed of 122 miles per hour, which is still great, just 2 miles per hour slower than the COMET S2. So it'll be a pretty damn close race, and it'll honestly all end up coming down to the driver, since the top speeds are fairly similar. And now when we take a look at the cars in the bottom, with the lowest top speeds, we have the VECTRE. Yes, the Lexus that you guys are all excited about is in third last with a top speed of 112 miles per hour, which is not great. It's not a super high top speed. It's kind of a downer. The car looks awesome. You'd expect it to go a little faster, but it's just not going to go any faster than that. And then in second last place, we got the CYPHER. Yes, the BMW, another car a lot of people were really hyped for, with a top speed of 111 miles per hour. Also not too great. Kind of a disappointment there. I'm not sure why Rockstar made them so slow. Honestly, we've seen them nerf cars in the past, so maybe these cars will get a buff in the future. We never know. And in dead last place, well, you guys guessed it, it's the Warner HKR with a top speed of only 106 miles per hour. It's pretty damn slow, and if you bought it, you probably already know that. And if you're wondering, here are the top speeds for every other vehicle from this update. If you were curious and you didn't want to buy the 3 fastest ones, well, here are the other cars. Now let's discuss acceleration, because acceleration is extremely important, especially if you wipe out during a race and you need to take off again. Some cars are great at it, and some cars are terrible at it. So acceleration plays a huge part. So let's go over the cars with the best acceleration, the worst acceleration, and I'll show you them all at the end as well. So in first place, we have the CALICO GTF with an acceleration of 0 to 100 miles per hour in 8 seconds on the dot, which is honestly pretty damn good. 0 to 100 miles per hour, not kilometers per hour. So you're going pretty damn quick in that thing. In second place, we have the SULTAN RS Classic with another insane acceleration of 8.55 seconds to get up to 100 miles per hour. Once again, insane. And in third place, we have the COMET S2 with a time of 8.55 seconds as well to get to 100 miles per hour. These cars are pretty damn phenomenal. Now we got the ones that aren't too great, the ones that don't accelerate that well. In 15th place, we have the Dominator GTT with a time to get up to 100 miles per hour in 11.36 seconds. Honestly, not too amazing, but I still love that damn car, and if you wheelie properly, you'll be able to launch pretty damn quick. In 16th place, we have the Tailgater S with a time of 12.23 seconds, which is pretty shitty, I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely not the best. I expected it to be a lot better, but honestly, in terms of accelerating up to 100 miles per hour, it's not too great. And in dead last, you guys already know, it's the Warner HKR baby with a time of 17.3 seconds to reach 100 miles per hour. This thing is slow and it's been at the bottom for every single thing in this update. For top speed, for upgrade capabilities, for acceleration, it's honestly not looking too great. And if you're wondering about all of the other cars, well, here they are up on screen. This is every single car in the LS Tuners update, 0 to 100 miles per hour from the standstill. So when it comes down to it in the end, the best cars in terms of performance and some upgrade capabilities, I guess, are going to be the CALICO, the SULTAN RS Classic, the COMET S2, and the Dominator ASP. Those just seem pretty obvious. Like, if you look at all the stats, they're literally the best. And in terms of the worst ones, I'm gonna have to say, obviously, the Warner HKR and the Dominator GTT. Those two cars are practically at the bottom every single time in every single category for everything, which sucks. I love the GTT, but honestly, it's not that great. But I still love the car and I'm gonna drive that shit around all the time. Anyways, hopefully this video helped you guys out if you were considering purchasing one of these cars in the future and you just wanted to know some information about them, because I'm sure a lot of you guys need to know some stuff before you buy them, because that's always the best thing to do. You don't go out in real life and buy a car without knowing anything about it. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. By the way, be sure to check out DigiZani. They'll hook you up with tons of discounted games, gaming accessories, discounted gift cards, and in-game currency for dozens of your favorite games. Don't forget to use code FROLICKS at checkout for a 10% discount.